The world of hip-hop is as glamorous as it is brutal. Fame, fortune, and influence often mask a dangerous undercurrent: street ties, unchecked ego, and poor choices. Some rappers rise from the concrete jungles to global stardom, only to spiral into self-destruction in real time, while fans and foes alike watch helplessly. The streets, once a source of inspiration and survival, can become a silent jury, observing as these stars make decisions that slowly unravel their lives. Tonight, we delve into the stories of 5 rappers whose choices, addictions, and associations led them down paths that seemed inevitable. Their talent was undeniable, but their ability to survive the pitfalls of fame and the lure of the streets was tragically limited. 5. XXXTentacion. Yase. Dwayne Ricardo Onfroy, known to the world as XXXTentacion, was a musical prodigy whose raw energy resonated with millions. Rising from the streets of Florida, he captured hearts with tracks that reflected his struggles with depression, abuse, and anger. Yet X's life was a constant battle with the law. Arrests for domestic violence, alleged assaults, and volatile confrontations painted a portrait of a man who couldn't escape the turbulence of his past. Fans often watched as he self-destructed in public. Social media rants, ongoing conflicts with fellow artists, and impulsive behavior. Despite his efforts at redemption through therapy and charitable acts, the violence surrounding him never ceased. In June 2018, at the age of 20, XXXTentacion was murdered in a robbery outside a Florida motorcycle dealership. His death was a shocking culmination of a life lived in the fast lane. A young talent whose potential was eclipsed by the chaos he couldn't escape. The streets had watched every misstep, and the world mourned a life cut short too soon. 4. Lil Peep. Gustav Elijah Orr, better known as Lil Peep, emerged as a pioneer of emo rap, blending heartfelt lyrics with haunting melodies. His music spoke of heartbreak, depression, and drug addiction, a reflection of the inner battles he fought daily. But behind the growing fan base and sold-out shows, Peep's reliance on substances was escalating dangerously. Tour videos and social media clips revealed a young artist on the edge, frequently partying and experimenting with heavy drugs. The very fans who celebrated his raw honesty could also see the signs. His energy was erratic, his focus fragile, and his health in decline. In November 2017, at the age of 21, Lil Peep was found dead from an accidental overdose of fentanyl-laced Xanax. The tragedy was preventable, yet it unfolded in real time, a haunting reminder of how the pressures of fame, unchecked addiction, and the lure of the party lifestyle can claim even the brightest stars. For those watching, it was a devastating moment, witnessing a life extinguished as the world applauded his talent. 3. Juice WRLD. Jared Anthony Higgins, widely known as Juice WRLD, became a voice for a generation battling mental health issues, heartbreak, and the temptations of fame. Known for his improvisational freestyling and introspective lyrics, Juice WRLD's music often hinted at his personal demons: drug abuse, emotional instability, and the constant push and pull between street credibility and mainstream success. Despite reaching incredible heights, including platinum records and collaborations with major artists, he struggled privately with substance addiction. Fans and observers could see the pattern forming through interviews, social media posts, and music videos. Juice was racing towards self-destruction. On December 8, 2019, at just 21 years old, he suffered a seizure at Chicago's Midway Airport, later confirmed to be caused by an accidental overdose of oxycodone and codeine. His death shocked the world, showing just how quickly someone could spiral despite fame and adoration. The streets watched as Juice WRLD lived his life publicly, a cautionary tale of genius intertwined with tragedy. 2. PnB Rock. Rakim Hashim Allen, or PnB Rock, hailed from the streets of Philadelphia and rose to fame with his melodic hooks and gritty storytelling. Known for blending street sensibilities with mainstream appeal, PnB Rock navigated the thin line between loyalty to his roots and the dangers of fame. Despite his success, he remained tied to risky environments, trusting the wrong people in the wrong situations. The street credibility that once fueled his music became a liability. In September 2022, PnB Rock was tragically shot and killed during a robbery at a Los Angeles restaurant. His life, celebrated for authenticity and street honesty, ended abruptly in a violent act that could have been avoided. Fans mourned a promising career, and the streets once again bore witness to the consequences of living in the limelight while remaining dangerously exposed to its perils. 1. Nipsey Hussle. Ermias. Joseph Asghedom, better known as Nipsey Hussle, was more than a rapper. He was a community leader, entrepreneur, and symbol of perseverance. Rising from the streets of South Los Angeles, Nipsey used his music and businesses to uplift his neighborhood, advocating for financial literacy and local empowerment. Yet even with purpose and vision, the shadows of the streets were never far. Tensions with rival gangs and individuals who resented his influence made his life a constant negotiation between ambition and danger. On March 31, 2019, Nipsey Hussle was shot and killed outside his Marathon clothing store. His death stunned the hip-hop community and the world, a reminder that even those working to break cycles of violence are not immune to it. Nipsey's life was a blueprint of dedication, but his tragic end underscores a harsh truth. The streets watch, and sometimes they decide who stays and who falls. From XXXTentacion to Nipsey Hussle, these stories reflect a sobering reality. Fame and talent do not shield one from danger, nor do they erase the shadows of the streets. Each of these artists captivated millions with their music, only to make choices, sometimes public, sometimes private, that steered them toward tragic ends. In the end, the story isn't just about what they achieved, but what was lost, and how painfully visible it was for all to see.